And welcome back to game number 2 here of the 4A state championship game. Kevin Thomas and Christian Gokel here. We were going to be online only here for game number 2, and if game 3 tomorrow, we'll be back on radio, ESPNcoastal.com and FM 104.3 tomorrow afternoon. So we're coming to you here for game number 2. Got some early looks at the lineups here. First for Marist, pretty similar here in game number 2. It'll be Champ Davis leading off and playing second base. Andrew Manley, center fielder, batting second. Thomas Rollauer, batting third and playing shortstop. Tyler Hare, big homer in the first inning of game 1. Will bat up once again and play first. Gray Taylor comes out from behind the dish. He moves to left field and will bat fifth. Preston Larmore will play third base and bat sixth. Andrew Bushman will bat seventh and DH. Will Blair will bat eighth and do the catching here in game 2. And Andrew Williams will bat ninth and play right field. And Tiggy McTighe will be the junior on the mound for Marist here in game number 2. For BC, Carter Holton comes on and he will do the pitching and DH and bat leadoff for BC here in game number 2. Cam Edge will bat second and play shortstop. Justin Thomas will bat third and play out in center field. Parker McCoy bats fourth and will play third base. Will Walker will first base here in game 2 and bat fifth. Sixth batter will be Cody Cowan. He'll be back behind the dish once again. Charles Pulaski will bat seventh and play right field. Ben Hollerback will bat eighth and play left. And George Mullen will bat ninth, and he will be out at second base once again. Umpires have changed clothes for this game. They are now in dark blue. Had the baby blues on for game 1. They have changed and will be in dark blue. Again, Marist yellow tops, white pants, and the dark blue hats. Benedictine in maroon tops, white pants, white letters, and the white hats with BC on them. They will be the visiting team here in game number 2. So lineups being exchanged there at home plate. We will look to have things underway here shortly. Again, thanks for being with us here, ESPNcoastal.com. You can go to a link there on our website. Go to our YouTube page, Facebook page. You can follow along with us here tonight as well for game number 2. If there should be a game number 3, we will be on the air again tomorrow on FM 104.3, 1430 ESPNcoastal.com for game number 3. Again, couldn't do it without the great support of our sponsors, the Uniform Source, with 2 locations to handle all of your uniform needs. Granger Honda, the People's Choice. They're on Chatham Parkway and the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. Thanks to all of those for being with us here as part of this championship series here tonight. Again, most of the field tonight enveloped in shade now as we get ready for game number 2. First pitch around 7:35. Just a little wedge out there, center field, left center, and a little piece of left field in the sunlight right now as we get ready for game number 2. Kevin Thomas, and alongside me again for game number 2, Christian Gokel.
Yeah, Kevin, and listen, Carter Holton on the mound for you tonight. That's the guy that you have been waiting for, and this is the reason why you have him pitching right now in game number 2 instead of game number 1. Tough game. Offense going to get anything going in game number 1. Now you have your ace out there to get it going.
Absolutely. So it will be Tiggy McTighe doing the pitching here for Marist in game 2. Big, stocky looking right-hander here, taking his warm-up pitches, then we'll be ready to go here for game number 2 here this evening. Again, stay with us here on our web stream, ESPN Coastal Facebook page. Go to ESPNcoastal.com for the link. You can have that as well, and on Facebook and our YouTube channel as well. If you miss any portion of our broadcast here at Game 2, we'll have it archived for you on our YouTube channel as well this evening. Throw goes down to second, and Carter Holton starts that walk towards home plate to start it off here in game number 2 to Christian.
Yeah, and he had a bunch of hard-hit balls in game number 1. Just out a lot of people did end up getting on base with a single, but everything was pulled. We were talking about shadows earlier, Kevin. Only people that got to worry about shadows right now are left field and center field. Should be good to go for the batters. You got that big green batter's eye back there here at Coolray Field. I mean, talk about an immaculately prepared stadium, Kevin. This place is absolutely gorgeous. But Carter Holton, get a hit, get it started early, get some runs on the board, man. It's been 7 innings too long.
Certainly. Let's see if BC can get it started. Carter Holton steps in, and we are just about ready to go here. Game number 2 of the State 4A Championship Series. The stretch, the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one to get us started here in game number 2. Fastball right down the middle.
He was trying to hit one of the condos there.
Lefty will stand back in to that left-handed batter's box. The second pitch, high fly ball, shot out to left field. Going to move into the shadows is Gray Taylor, and he will prop under it and have out number 1 here to get us started in game 2.
Yeah, just a little bit late there, Kevin, and flies went out to left field, but very aggressive, Kevin, not even looking to try to gauge what the pitcher is out there throwing. Carter Holton's coming out swinging.
Here's Cam Edge now, the shortstop stepping in. And he will try to get something going here against Tiggy McTighe for Marist. Shows bunt, takes a strike over the outside corner. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery, big slide step on the pitch, outside ball 1. Again, from the windup, kind of sets up in the middle of the runner. Rubber takes a big slide step towards first base, steps and delivers from there. So a little bit of movement before he ever comes to the plate. He's got to sign the 1-1 on the way. Must have just missed. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, but a big guy, something different than what BC saw in game 1. This guy's throwing hard. Game 1, you saw a guy locating with some lighter stuff. This guy throwing hard right down the middle.
2-1, caught the outside corner. Edge didn't think so, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we're kind of offset high above home plate here. And now the 2-2 delivery to Cam Edge on the way. Just outside, bounces to the backstop as well. It crosses the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We got a full count here to Cam Edge, trying to become the first BC base runner here in game number 2. Again, 5 hits, no runs for BC in game number 1. Edge fouls it back, stays alive on an inside fastball.
Yeah, McTeague's throwing hard.
And they go track down the foul ball, waiting on Justin Thomas there to go get it.
But a little bit of a different option for the fans tonight. Tell us what you're thinking. We got comment sections open. We'd love to talk with you as the game goes. So, again, big, crucial, must-win game for BC. Let us know what your thoughts are. You can comment on the stream.
Ball 4 high, walks him. Cam Edge going to take a trot down to first base. And he becomes the first BC base runner in game number 2. Here in the top of the first inning, that brings up the big center fielder, Justin Thomas, Georgia commit, junior. Let's see if he has a chance to do what Marist did in game number 1, which is get BC on the board early. Right-hander steps in, Edge. Edge is away from first. The delivery, high and outside, ball 1. In a beautiful night here for baseball now at Coolray Field. And the 1-0 delivery from McTighe catches that outside corner, strike 1. Boy, a couple of early batters here, both Edge and Thomas not believing that outside corner here early on. And the count is even. Here's a ball and a strike. The pitch just missed. 2 balls and a strike. Again, thanks for being along here with us for game 2. Thanks to the Uniform Source for making it possible here this evening as well. 2 locations in Savannah to serve you. Cam on his second there, steal, and ball 3 crosses the plate for Justin Thomas. So 3-1, runner on second. And a little aggressiveness here for BC in the early going. The 3-1 to Justin Thomas. The look back, now the delivery home. Low, ball 4. So BC got a little something cooking here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, and remember back to game number 1, Kevin, Cam Edge and Justin Thomas able to get on and then just double play, ruin a couple of rallies for Benedictine. But again, 2 really fast on got at least against the guys.
The BC student section has moved from the third baseline to directly behind home plate. So they're
doing their part, Kevin.
They're trying to get this team fired up as it's Parker McCoy, the cleanup hitter, third baseman, stepping in with 2 runners on and 1 out. This was a situation BC had a couple of times in game number 1 and twice hitting to double plays.
And you got to feel, even if you push across 1 or 2 runs, it's going to feel like a lot more with who's pitching on the mound for BC.
The delivery caught a strike there just at the knees on Parker McCoy. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was off speed or he just took a little something off his fastball to locate it.
Thomas off first, Edge off second. The 0-1 delivery. Down in the dirt. Nice block and stop there by Will Blair behind the dish. It's 1 ball and a strike. Here to the cadet third baseman. And as you said, Christian, anything you can get here in this one will be huge, given who the cadets are sending to the hill. The pitch fouled up the first baseline. Nice cut there by McCoy. Just, as you said, a scotch late.
Just a little late on the fastball there, and it looked like trying to go the other way. Smart, again, just advance these runners. Shortstop and second base have already played a great series for Marist. Those guys are deadly.
The 1-2 upcoming to McCoy. The pitch. Off speed, slap towards shortstop. This could be 2. To second for 1. To first, he beat it out. Nice hustle by McCoy. Gets Edge over to third on the 6-4 putout. 6-4 fielder's choice. And it'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs for the first baseman, Will Walker. Walker DH'd there in the first game. And he flew out to center, struck out, and lined out to the second baseman in game number 1. A single means a run here. And the first run of the day for BC, but there are 2 out in the inning. The pitch. Outside, nice stop by Blair over the left-handed batter's box. McCoy off first. Edge going to slowly come off the bag there at third. The pitch fouled back and into the stands by Will Walker, and it's 1-1.
A good hack there. But again, Kevin, runners on first and second, 1 out. You got to push across if you're BC here.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out here in the top of the first. BC trying to push across a run here. The pitch swung on and belted down the third baseline and foul up into the construction there behind the third base stands. And it'll be 1-2 to Will Walker. I want to get something going here. Kind of get off to that hot start. The 1-2 delivery in the dirt, and it's getting by the catcher.
Here he comes.
Coming home is Edge. Nobody there.
There
Runner
go.
is safe. BC on the board. Cam Edge comes home on the pass. Moving second on the play is Parker McCoy.
Heads up running there by Cam Edge, Kevin. Ball, pass ball, wild pitch, whatever you want to call it. He was ready to rock and scored easily from third base.
And it's 1-0. Benedictine, their first run of the series. Now another hit means another run. If Walker can come through here on the 2-2, the pitch way outside. Has worked it full. Here, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And you couldn't draw the script any better for game number 2 here, Kevin. Carter Holton's on the mound for you. Get him a run in the first inning and just let him go to work.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Will Walker. The delivery fouled back.
Just
He'll
missed.
keep working. That was a nice pitch by McTighe. And we'll do it again. Top of the first, BC 1, Marist 0. Again, ball game tonight brought to you by the Uniform Source, 2 locations in Savannah to serve you. For all your school or work uniform needs, visit the Uniform Source. The delivery, 3-2, low, he walked him. A nice job there by Will Walker, and it'll bring up the catcher, Cody Cowan. With the runners at first and second and 2 out, now we're going to have a quick visit to the mound here, as McTighe's gotten himself in a little trouble. And they'll all gather there around the pitcher's mound. So a chance for BC to really do something here and get going in the early portion of this game. And what a difference it made for Marist to do that in game number 1, to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And every run you could get here would just be huge. Now the visit is over. And Cowan going to step in here with 2 outs in the top of the first. McTighe to the plate. Just missed outside, of all and no strikes. Again, I want to thank Granger Honda for helping us bring you tonight's broadcast. Granger Honda there on Chatham Parkway, the people's choice. As the 1-0 delivery forthcoming. Swung on and missed. Had a good cut there to fastball. Came up just a little bit short. Runners on first and second, but there are 2 out in the inning. A 1-1. Down in the dirt. Nice stop. Again by the Eagle catcher. 2 balls and a strike. BC showing much more patience at the plate here in game number 2. And it's paid off for him so far. Even Carter Holton, hard hit ball there, out number 1 to get us started here.
He's pretty much hit everything hard. He's pretty much hit everything hard today. Just been at people.
The 2-1 delivery from McTighe on the way. Swung and fouled back to the screen. Evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I mean, they're on him.
Yeah, McTighe not fooling anybody right now.
And we really haven't seen that rope yet for Benedictine, right? We haven't seen them really drive one to the outfield where they can get out and run, because you have a bunch of athletic dudes on this team. Just haven't really seen that one where they've driven it to the outfield. Everybody's at sea.
McTighe from the stretch. The 2-2 delivery. Upcoming. Swung and fouled back our way into the stands. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Parker McCoy out on second. Will Walker on first.
Shoot a comment. We're broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as well. We'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts from game 1? Who would you like to see get a little bit better? How confident are you Carter Holton goes all the way in this one? We'd love to talk to you here in the comment section.
2-2, a little half swing. Going to plop up there to second base and going to be corralled and caught by Champ Davis to end the inning. But 1 run scores on a pass ball there for BC. No hits, 3 walks in the inning, but a crucial run for the Cadets, and it sends Carter Holton to the mound here in the bottom of the first.
Man, and we would love to just see him come out and dominate again, man. It's just we need it. We need it, Kevin, at this point. But again, Carter Holton coming to the mound, the Vanderbilt commit, and a guy, I don't know if we're going to see him play college baseball. He's going to be a very high draft pick, but just a flamethrower. He's got an awesome curveball, has a heck of a changeup. Kevin, what's your scouting report on Carter Holton?
The fastball. I mean, that's what everybody got him noticed for. Mid-90s fastball, coupled with a curveball and a changeup. Again, if you're sitting 96 and he comes back with a nice change of pace, that is hard to deal with. And again, if you followed BC baseball this year, look no further than the results on the field. It is no hitters against good teams, maybe one hitters, and that's really what they feel like when they come into this ball game. Is look, had they won game number one, you feel uberly important or comfortable that you're going into the game two with your ace on the mound. Now it's a season-defining start here for Carter Holton, as you really need him to come out huge here in this one, because you lose, it's over. You win, you play tomorrow at noon.
Well, I don't know if there's anybody in the country I'd rather have pitching for me in a do-or-die game.
Yeah, this guy's pretty solid. You see a good zip here in the warm-ups on him bringing it to the plate. So
Charlie Volger in the comment section there. Marist took game 1 5-0 there. BC up early now 1-0.
And again, we have Braves baseball on in Savannah, which is why we're online here for game number 2. Not allowed to show you live video of the game. So we had some folks asking about that. So no one, just for this purpose, we are not allowed to show live video, as the Georgia High School Association has the video streaming rights. So we can do the audio call here for you as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Getting ready to go underway. Again, I want to thank the Chatham County Sheriff's Office for helping us make this broadcast possible tonight as well for the state championship. Again, BC got to have this one to force game 3 tomorrow, which would be a noon first pitch here at Coolray Field. One more pitch from Carter Holton. They send it down, and we are just about ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, it'll be second baseman Champ Davis, center fielder Andrew Manley, and Thomas Rawlauer for Marist. Rawlauer, again, signed to play collegiate baseball at the University of San Diego here as well. It'll be the second baseman, Champ Davis, stepping in against the big lefty, Carter Holton. And a big, big start for the cadet left-hander starts right now with the first pitch. Inside, just missed.
But, man.
You can tell the difference on the zip.
It just looks a little – I always talk about Sam James from Richmond Hill, Kevin, as just a guy you knew. He was just kind of different. Carter Holton kind of has that same level to him.
The 1-1 is fouled back and out of play. It'll be a ball and a strike. When you see those, you wonder why folks are talking about, hey, he's going to Vanderbilt. Oh, he's going to get drafted in the first, second round. I mean, just look at that fastball, boom. Tried to run it by him, got a piece of it. You can just see the difference.
Patrick Foran, we appreciate you hanging out with us, man, watching the Cadets, hoping for a victory here. We hope we're back with you guys tomorrow at noon, and that one would be live on ESPN Radio 104.3.
The 1-2, high and outside, try to hit him with a changeup.
Yeah, like trying to throw a breaking ball and just got out of his hands a little bit early there.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Champ Davis. Holton, the kick and fire, swung, and there's a line drive right back up the middle, going to drop for a base hit in front of Justin Thomas. And that's how the Eagles want to get things started, with a single.
Well, listen, if you're facing a flamethrower, that's what you have to do. Just send it right back. Let him supply the power there, and that's exactly what he was able to do. Send it right back up the middle.
Throw back first, safe. You might be able to hear the Marist student section over there. Another snap throw. Back safe. Holton now working out of the stretch to the left-handed Andrew Manley, the Eagles center fielder. He'll come set, kick, fire that fastball high and inside for ball number 1. Holton set again. Look at first, now brings it homeward. Ground ball right through the hole between short and third.
Yeah, once again, just absolutely using Carter Holton's power and shoots one between short and third. you're not going to rope these fastballs for home runs, right? But you can absolutely hit some hard singles, and they've hit 2 seeing eye singles so far.
And now a quick mound visit with Cowan and Holton talking on the mound. Nobody out here in the first inning and 2 singles.
And we have another question. Is there a big crowd? Both schools have shown up in a big way. I'd say, I don't know if they've announced a real attendance, Kevin, but eyeballing, I'd say probably a little over 1,000 people in the stands so far.
And not sure. And again, you've got some folks hanging out there in the outfield berm. You even see some folks in condos out there in the outfield hanging out watching a ball game for free.
They know there's a future MLB pitcher on the mound.
That's right.
He's a little bit of trouble right now, though.
Bunt shown and fouled back by the shortstop, Thomas Rollauer, who steps in. And it's 0-1 on him quickly. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here, but BC up 1-0. Again, appreciate you being along here with us tonight. Beautiful night for baseball. I know everybody that made the trip, it's just couldn't ask for better weather outside. Probably in the high 70s right now. Holton with a look back to second. Now a step out. Oh, got Holton in the delivery, but called time. But Rollauer stepped out before he started his windup.
Yeah, Holton kind of slipped down the mound there.
Trying to do what they can to keep him off balance here. BC playing it close. Bunt shown. Rollauer pops it up. Oh, and Holton slips, but there to recover is the first baseman, Will Walker.
Well, that's what you have to, coming off the mound, going from dirt to grass, a little bit different, but you just know, Kevin, this time of night in Georgia, humidity, temperature change, what does that equal? You're going to get some dew on the ground.
Yeah.
Slick.
And he slipped, and that was kind of worrisome, trying to go back on the ball, but looks to be okay, and 1 out. Now here in the bottom of the first. Again, BC 1 run, no hits in that first inning, but they managed to scratch a run across. 2 hits here, but no runs yet for Marist in the bottom of the first. Holton trying to keep him right there. Delivers, swung, fouled back to the screen.
He was right on it.
No balls and a strike to the big first baseman, Tyler Hare, who hit a screaming home run in game number 1 in the first inning.
It's a heck of a matchup right here.
This is power v power, lefty v lefty.
But what I love that Carter Holton's doing so far is he knows his stuff, and he's just pounding the strike zone. Yeah, they got a couple of singles off of you, but don't go.
Strike 2. Swung on and missed.
What do you say about 91, 93, 93, 93? Boom, here comes 81 at your face with a curveball. Good luck.
Good change of speed there. And it's 0-2 on Hare. Carter Holton. Now he steps off. He'll go through the signs once again with runners on first and second. Gives a peek back to the second sack. Now comes home plate.
Oh,
little low with a fastball.
Where was that?
1 ball and 2 strikes. You can tell they were trying to get Hare to chase at least a little bit, and he offered none. The 1-2.
Long look back.
Long couple of looks. A third look now comes to, we got time at the plate. Boy, they are really messing with Holton in the timing. That's twice they've called time right at the start of the delivery.
Listen, when you can't catch up to it, you got to do whatever you can.
The 1-2. Struck him out on a high fastball swinging.
And you see the passion just come out of Carter Holton there. It's his first strikeout of the game. You just went through a long game in that first. Well, I guess not long in the time frame, but just had to be long for the BC Cadets on there. And he got that strikeout, just blew gas right by him. He just let out a little scream while he did it. Just let out a little bit of stress there, Kevin.
2 outs in the inning. Runners on first and second. A chance for Holton to get out of this with no damage. If he can get Gray Taylor, who caught the first game, now in left field, here in game number 2, lefty versus a righty matchup. Holton comes set. Look back at second, now playward. Oh, change of pace. Did it get there? No. Going to stay low. Now time called for.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody, Justin, Travis, hanging out with us in the group chat there. Benedictine Military School dropping in. Kevin saying we're doing a pretty good job. We're doing a good job. We appreciate that from the Benedictine Military School. We think we do an okay job every now and then, but we appreciate y'all hanging out in the chat. But we do want to hear from you some more. Keep us company throughout the game. What do you think the biggest storylines are? Who needs to come up clutch in this game? Who do you think is going to come up clutch and get that big hit in this game? We would love to hear from you in the comment section. Keep us company during this game as the Cadets try to force a deciding Game 3 tomorrow.
No balls and a strike to the Marist left fielder. Champ Davis on second. Andrew Manley stands out at first for Marist. But Holton's got 2 outs here in the top of the first, or bottom of the first. The 0-1. A little low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Only thing you start to worry about with Carter Holton in a series like this, or an inning like this, is a pitch count getting up there.
And again, the 120 pitches for the series, the GHSA rule. So if folks thinking, well, couldn't he pitch some more tomorrow? Well, it depends. I think there's a game limit, and if you pitch a certain amount, it's 1 game. 120 total for the series. So he can go 120 pitches between tonight and tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that pitch count starting to ink higher and higher so far this inning.
It's 1-1. Looks back at second. Now we're ready to go. The delivery. Low and inside.
Oh, man.
Nice frame job by Cody Cowan that time, but couldn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike.
It is a ball. I just don't know how you lay off of that.
Two balls and a strike here, bottom half of the first. The pitch. Swung and fouled back out of play. It'll be 2-2. And a chance to get out of this with a goose egg on the scoreboard. Most important thing here, game number 2.
Yeah, BC left a ton of guys on base in game number 1, trying to do the same thing to Marist here.
The 2-2 on the way. Oh, big time changeup, but no break on it.
That's really
sailed on him.
The curveball's been there. The fastball's been there. That's the second time he's tried to go to that change, and it just doesn't seem like he's able to get a good grip on the ball and finish the pitch. Both of those have sailed high.
Now not sure what's going on. Holton stepped off the back of the mound. Looks like he's looking either at his glove. He's got his back to us, so not sure what he's doing. Now he's ready to go. It's a full count. Here to Gray Taylor. Runners will be taken off on the pitch. The pitch of decision here in the bottom of the first. On the way. Just missed outside. He loads him up. And now you're in some real trouble. Here with the bases loaded. Preston Larmore, who pitched a beautiful first game for Marist. Now in at third base, is going to come in to hit.
And the overrated chants continue.
Yeah, every time anything bad happens with Carter Holton, he's getting the overrated chant from Marist. I get it, but I get trying to get in his head, but there's a reason a lot of folks think he's going to get drafted next month.
Listen.
And is at least committed to Vandy. There's a high fastball just missed.
15 to 18-year-olds are ruthless, man. Ruthless.
A ball and no strikes. Nowhere to put him. The 1-0. There it is, a strike.
Man,
what a delayed call.
I was about to say, I love our umps out there, but my guy's got a little bit of a delay in his strike calls.
You can kind of tell Cody Cowan was framing. He's like, what's wrong with this one? He kind of got that delayed strike.
I like the guys that let you know wherever you're sitting in the stadium whether or not it's a ball or a strike.
Foul ball. Thought that might have hit him on the hands. They got it wrong on the scoreboard. He called that second pitch a strike. It should be 1-2. Scoreboard has it 2-1. That's
I think
not correct.
I think they put the ball up before the official called it a strike, but he just put up 1-2 to Carter Holton, so he's got it.
Looks in, gets the sign. Now the delivery. Fastball fouled back Had a good cut on it. You feel like with a good located fastball, they're not catching up.
No, and that's in on the hands, and that hurts. Yeah, that's when you get the bees in your hands.
Long first inning here for Holton. Trying to get out of it here if he can throw one more strike. Now time asked for by
Even if you don't
Preston
score a run
Larmore.
here for Marist, you got to feel like this first inning's a win. You're making him work. And it just doesn't feel like for BC there's that energetic vibe. Marist, and talking to Chris Mooneyham.
There it is. Struck him out. Strike 3.
Maybe that'll get him excited. But talking to Chris Mooneyham before that, before the game, he just said Marist is just kind of a sticky team. It doesn't matter what inning you're in, what the run is, or what the run differential is. They're a team that's going to just annoy you. And that's what they've done a really good job of so far.
2 hits, no runs, bases juiced for Marist. We go to the top of the second inning. BC 1, Marist nothing. And again, just audio version here tonight online because of Braves baseball. And again, we're not allowed to show you video here at the old ballpark. And 24 pitches in that first inning for Carter Holton.
Yeah,
so
Kim Brandon Collins writing. Brandon Collins says, as a coach who faced him in region play 3 times this year, definitely know he isn't overrated. Usually when people say you're overrated, you're pretty good. Brandon, absolutely agree with you. Appreciate you hanging out with us. And that is super unfortunate that it fell to you in the schedule that you had to face him 3 times. I'm sorry about that, man.
I apologize.
So you said 23 pitches there in the
24 pitches.
It sure felt like a whole
strikes.
lot more than that.
Due up for BC here in the top of the second. It'll be 7, 8, 9. Charles Pulaski, Ben Hollerback, and George Mullen set to come up for BC. And again, appreciate you being on with us, as Christian said, online here for this one tonight on our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube pages. Leave a comment for us. We can interact with you here on the broadcast. Can't show you any video due to GHSA rules here for the championship game, but a BC win. We'll be back on the radio tomorrow, high noon, with the first pitch of game 3. Got to get there first. So if you are BC, as we start at the bottom of the second, a ball on the inside to Charles Pulaski to get it started. Tiggy McTighe, the pitcher here, stocky right-hander, junior for Marist. Looks in, out of the windup. He brings it homeward. Swung on and missed for strike 1 on Pulaski. One ball and 1 strike. The delivery swung on, popped up, out behind short. Left fielder coming in. That is Gray Taylor. He'll make the catch there for out number 1.
Yeah, and the shadow's now all the way gone. So that's a pretty easy play for him. So don't think that's going to be an issue for anyone anymore so far tonight. Kevin, a quick update for you. Top of the 3rd inning in Atlanta. Atlanta Braves lead 3-2 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Crucial series for the Braves, Kevin. They got to take advantage of the Pirates, try to get back to over 500. Haven't been over 500 all year.
Yeah, not once. Ben Hollerback steps in, the left fielder for BC. First pitch on the way, inside and low for a ball. Hollerback in game number 1 struck out looking and grounded out to the third baseman in his 2 plate appearances. The 1-0 swung on, ground ball just foul up the first baseline. Tyler Harrell picking up there. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I do want to say thank you to Coolray Field. It's been an unbelievable experience so far. Beautiful facility they have here. Nino, they're actually his director is director of fun. That's a heck of a job to have, but he's done an excellent job. Full booth set up in here, Kevin. This is awesome.
The 1-1 swung fouled back to the screen. The ball and 2 strikes, just missed it. And again, I want to know how I get to be a director of fun. That's
no, you're the director of no fun.
Somebody's got to be it.
Yeah,
make sure everybody stays on
another
track.
name for that is general manager.
Somebody's got to make sure everybody's backing themselves.
The director of no fun.
Nobody on here. Ball and 2 strikes to Hollerback. Kind of a late swing. Fouled it. Still got in front of it. Fouled it up the third baseline.
Yeah, just a little off-speed pitch there. Will and Rex, Kim, we appreciate you hanging out with us again. Keep us company throughout the game. We'd love to hear from you. I know a bunch of folks in the stadium listening along with us right now. That's the old school stuff, right? Listening along with the game while you're in the stadium.
Here's a pop fly out towards second. And it's going to be corralled and caught there by Champ Davis for out number 2. So you're getting the full-on experience here in the stadium, listening to us.
I mean, those are my favorite guys. Now everything's on a phone. I like the guys who used to have the actual radio headphone where you had the FM radio inside your headphones and you had the antenna sticking out. You knew those guys were taking the game serious.
Stepping in is George Mullen. He shows bunt, pulls it back. He'll take ball 1.
I think it's a good time, Kevin, to announce. I'm sure we got a lot of Benedictine fans watching right now. We will be on the call for all the BC games coming up this fall, so we look forward to hanging out with all of you guys. Kevin will be on play-by-play. I will be on color commentary, but we appreciate you hanging out with us now and look forward to it in the future as well.
The 1-0 swung on, driven out towards center. It's going to hang up there, and it's going to be caught by Andrew Manley for out number 3. So nothing doing there for BC. 1, 2, 3, out they go in the bottom of the second inning, and it will be Carter Holton back on the mound here to try to shut down Marist here in the bottom half. It will be 7, 8, 9 due up for Marist. Bushman, the DH, Will Blair, the catcher, and Andrew Williams, the right fielder, all due up here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Hopefully a little bit quicker inning for Carter Holton there. It ended up, ended up with 3 runners on base. So first inning, Marist had to feel like that was a win, even though they didn't push anything across. Now it'd be nice to see him. You got loose, you got the arm. Those last few pitches, you saw that fastball. If we had a radar gun in the building, you'd see the little flame thing, the little flame graphics start popping up. Nice 1, 2, 3 inning here. Set a lot of people down.
The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 460 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 19 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net or follow @official GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Again, I want to thank Uniform Source for helping us make the broadcast possible tonight. 2 locations to serve you for all your school or work uniform needs, including one in the Savannah Mall. Great location there.
30 minutes between games, not enough time
No, it's not.
to shove food down your face. So I might have to turn the cam off a little bit to take a couple bites of the lovely food provided by our friends over at Benedictine.
Yes.
When we if any of you guys are listening in there that are over in the Benedictine booth, you guys put some food down because we were scraping at the bottom of the barrel when we got in there.
Very appreciative of that, though.
Always, but still, man, there's some hitters in there.
Also appreciate Granger Honda. Never a stranger at Granger there, Chatham Parkway. Thanks to Mark Granger and company for helping us bring you the ball game tonight. Pitch 1, fouled back and out of play.
You're never a stranger at Granger. I'm never a stranger in the buffet line.
Andrew Bushman, the DH, fouls it back. I don't know if you could say I'm a stranger to buffet line either. The 0-1 swung on. It's going to be poked out to right field and going to be corralled there and caught. Charles Pulaski for out number 1.
You're what I call a cleanup hitter at the buffet line there, Kevin.
Clean up my plate and your plate and everybody else.
Everybody's plate.
Yeah.
You're going to finish that. You're like, come on, man, it's a buffet. You can go get something. You're going to eat that?
That will bring up Will Blair, the catcher. He did not play in game number 1. Behind the dish here for Marist in game number 2. Here's Holton. Kicks and fires. Fastball, right down Broad Street for strike number 1.
That's where you got to step out and do the little half swing. Like, if I wanted to, I could hit that.
The 0-1. Oh, just blue cheese right by him.
Yep, that's tough.
Never had a chance on that one, and it's quickly 0-2.
And working quickly.
Back at it. High, just missed.
Yeah, he tried to get him to chase it there, but again, just not even messing around with the changeup of the curveball right now, just straight cheese.
The stretch, the pitch, fouled back and out of play. He's battling. And again, as you said, part of the Marist kind of strategy here is make him work.
Be annoying.
Work that pitch count.
I mean, they're the best team in baseball, I think by a lot, but the Dodgers.
Yeah, the 1-2 struck him out on a changeup.
Finally got that changeup down, but the Dodgers, right? They win a World Series last year, and yeah, they have a heck of a lineup, and now this year, obviously the best rotation in baseball when healthy, but even with all those great players, what makes them so good? They're just sticky. It takes a battle to get them out. They're not going to give you free outs. Where I know one of our biggest complaints on the show this year has been the Braves just giving you free outs.
Yeah. Andrew Williams, the right fielder, steps in for Marist and takes strike number 1 right there on the outside corner.
Yeah, Holton's starting to feel it a little bit now.
Carter's ready to work. He's not wanting him stepping out. He's coming right back down at it. Oh, off speed right there, strike 2. Didn't get the bat off his shoulder, frozen.
I don't know about you, but just the body language up here, Kevin, he just looks mad.
Some guys
hasn't moved. He got the ball back, didn't take a lap or anything, has been staring down the batter. He's in the zone.
The 0-2 delivery. Little hesitation. Kicks, brings the heat. Where was that?
Oh, my goodness.
Everybody on BC took a step off the field. I think Cam Edge might have been in the dugout. That was unbelievable. I'm going to say low, but I don't know how. 1 ball and 2 strikes. What's wrong with that one?
Oh, my goodness.
And Carter Holton puts the hands on the hips and says, "What's a guy got to do to get strike 3? That was painting."
Oh, no.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so you turn your back to the up, you kick the rosin bag a couple times, and
He's trying to settle down here, but 2 really good pitches for balls.
All right, I guess I got to put it like Robin Hood style, split the arrow.
The 2-2, boy, he came with a little extra on that one, fouled back. Barely got a piece, did Andrew Williams.
Do love the energy here from him. Like I said, you could just tell he knew what this start was going to be. It was either going to be for the state championship or to keep your team in it.
Oh, the 2-2, that was nasty, frozen.
The hook.
With the hook, strike 3, and that'll do it for Marist in the bottom half of the second. We go to the top of the third. No hits, no runs, and 2 big Ks for Carter Holton, 1-0 BC.
Quick update, bottom of the third in Atlanta. Atlanta still leading 3-2 there, Kevin. But, man, it's time for these BC bats to come alive. You squeaked across 1 in the first, even though you had runners on first and second with only 1 out. It's time for these bats to come alive. Just go ahead and let them know. Put 3-4 more runs on the board and say, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
So, again, you have a shutdown inning, and who's going to be first up here in the top of the third? One Carter Holton, who has hit the ball hard and has nothing to show for it all day long.
He's been ripping the cover off a ball, and it just has, like you said, nothing to show for it. He's been wearing out the right field stands.
Again, you can comment along here with us as we're online only here for game number 2.
Lumber 05 hanging out with us. Watch, he says, North Georgia umps. That's what he's blaming it on.
I don't know. This guy's just, a couple of very close ones there, and he's kind of got a delayed
I want to say this.
I
want to say this. Any officials that are in the GHSA, we're thankful for, because we can't do any of this without them. A lot of times it's a very thankless job. That being said, that was right down the middle, man. We're in Atlanta, right down Peachtree.
Carter Holton walks to the dish. He'll try to get something going here. Again, BC, no hits, but they're winning 1-0. Here's we start the top of the third.
Yeah, Cam Edge able to take home after a pass ball, wild pitch. I don't know what the official score was on that one. Yeah, wild pitch. Listen, we got a legend in the booth next to us, Kevin.
Dennis Knight keeping us in check up here. I think now we're ready to go.
I think we had some kids playing in the outfield, and somebody put a little too much on a fastball and threw a ball on the field.
Here's the delivery. Holton out in front of the changeup.
He was swinging for the fences on that one.
Carter flew out to left field his first time up. Looking for his first hit of the series. He's been all over it. Just hadn't been able to get one to fall. The 0-1 swung on. There it is. There's a base hit right up the middle into center field, and that'll get things started here for BC.
And a little bit of a double fist pump from Carter Holton there. Like, I know we're internet only, but not that internet only. But again, you lead off runner on. Maybe it's like, I got to do it myself. Let's go ahead and get around here. But I mean, absolutely ripped that ball again, Kevin, but took a little bit off of it and kept it in play.
So Holton's on first. It'll bring up Cam Edge Edge walked in his first plate appearance, came around to score, shows bunt, and they try a throw back behind to Holton, who gets back safely to first.
Like I said, they're just
ball and no strikes.
Marist, just sticky. They're not going to give you anything, and they're going to annoy the heck out of you. It's like a basketball team that plays a full court press the whole game.
Just won't go away. Holton off first. The delivery to Edge. Shows bunt. That'll be a strike right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And this has not been a training exercise on bunting, right? Like if you're watching this is not the film you show your kids. Both teams have struggled mightily getting the ball down.
The 1-1 delivery from McTighe on the way. Oh, couldn't get it down again. Fouled it off.
Fouled it off the catcher's face.
Yeah, and it's 1-2. Again, T. McTighe, your pitcher for.
Sounds like a pitcher from like the early 1900s.
I don't know what his real name is, but I went, if you want to look it up in the live score, maybe I went to the official roster there with Marist, and that's how he's listed. Tiggy McTighe. So that's what we'll go with. He's ahead 1-2 on Cam Edge. Carter Holton's on first. There's nobody out here in the top of the third. Quick look back over there at Holton. McTighe from the stretch. Delivery. Shows bunt again. Pulls it back. Strike 3 right down the middle.
Yeah, I don't understand the strategy there. You have not bunted well all day, and we're going to bunt with a 2-strike count and not even try. I'm probably letting him swing away there.
Well, you got Justin Thomas stepping in now, the cadet center fielder. With 1 out, you're definitely going to let him swing away. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball number 1. You want to thank the Chatham County Sheriff's Office for helping us bring the broadcast to you here today. Hopefully we got one more in us, but BC's got some work to do. Got to win this one. They lead at 1-0, top of the third. The pitch. Thomas swung and driven down the line. Foul down the left field line. Must have missed by 6 inches.
Yeah.
That would have.
That one, and the way Justin Thomas can run, he's probably the third. Absolutely roped down the left field line. I mean, Justin Thomas, much like Carter Holton, has been seeing the ball well the entire series. Just hasn't been able to get too many to drop. Had, a single in game 1?
2 balls and a strike, or 1-1 it should be. They got it wrong on the scoreboard again.
Hey, we'll take a foul ball for a ball.
The pitch. Swung and fouled. Should be a ball and 2 strikes. Now I'm looking at our broadcast partners in the next booth. They're saying a ball and 2 strikes. They got it wrong on the scoreboard.
But Justin Thomas, the Georgia commit, looking to join another South Georgia guy in the outfield, Randon Jernigan out of Glenn Academy.
Ball and 2 strikes to Justin Thomas. The pitch. Ooh, thought it. Oh, a late ring up.
The delay strikeout call again.
Got Justin Thomas looking.
The Benedictine coaches are not happy with that one.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked inside, and I think Blue with a little delay call there. It's like, come on.
He kind of, I do like it though. He does the rope grab strikeout where you kind of reach and then, ha!
And now you have the first base coach kind of getting onto the home plate umpire saying, come on, man. You're like, what's the call? And now you see Kevin Farmer even getting in on the act. And Carter Holton saying, what are we doing there? We had a delayed call.
Yep. Weston hanging out with us in the group chat. Marist took game 1 5-0, so this is a must win for BC.
The pitch from McTighe, and there's the strike. Didn't have a problem throwing that one up on Parker McCoy.
Yeah. There.
So McCoy, the third baseman, steps in and is quickly in a hole 0-1. The pitch. I have to wait because I don't know if he's going to throw up a strike. It was a ball outside.
Oh.
A ball and a strike here to Parker McCoy. A little open stance there in the right-handed batter's box. McTighe to the plate. Swung on a miss by McCoy. Had a big cut. And just came up a little empty, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery from McTighe. Swung, grounded down third base line. Scooped up there by Larmore. He'll throw over to first for out number 3. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left as we go to the bottom of the third. It's BC 1 and Marist nothing on an absolutely beautiful night here at Coolray Field.
Carter did have one in the first game. Remember that was the seeing eye one?
That's right, he did. You're right, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And again, BC needs this one. Thanks for joining us along here tonight. Online only. We'll be back on the radio tomorrow if BC holds on to this win. High noon first pitch for the IF Game 3. And Carter Holden just now coming out of the dugout. Again, absolutely beautiful night here at Coolray Park. And again, you forget that like 75 can feel great when there's no sand gnats out there. But a just unbelievable night here at the ballpark.
That's home field advantage, though, Kevin.
It's true.
When you go to a football game and you just see the other sideline just doing the leg scratch the entire game, that's home field advantage, man. I remember when I first moved down to South Georgia, seeing coaches out there in 100-degree heat, long pants, long sleeve shirt. Like, these guys are out of their minds. And then I walked out there and almost got carried away by sand gnats, and I was like, these guys know what they're doing.
And when you fall into a swarm of those things,
man,
it's
it's
not where anybody wants to be.
This is usually about the time where they just start getting lit up.
I have whenever folks move to Southeast Georgia and talk about the sand gnats, like, hey, here, somebody told me such and such works. I said, my standard response to people when they say this, whatever they told you works, it doesn't.
Unless they say no gnats, it doesn't work.
No, I don't even think that works.
No, yeah, it's like, yeah, you got to use the skin so soft.
Everything
if it works for the Marines on Paris Island,
I've seen everything from burning candles and incense to dryer sheets, skin so soft, baby oil, peppermint, all kind of stuff. None of it works.
You just gotta. I've seen a coach on the sideline of a football game burning incense. I don't know if it was to keep the smoke, to keep the sand gnats away, or he was just praying to get the sand gnats to go away.
Hopefully the only smoke we see here comes off the arm of number 19 for BC.
It's definitely coming off of his head right now because he is fuming.
We start the bottom of the third. Woo! Fastball inside and low to Champ Davis as we start the third inning. 1 ball and no strike. Championship game. I mean, you expect Marist to have a good crowd. They're not too far down the road in Metro Atlanta.
Wow, rope.
And there's a shot to center field. Justin Thomas, easy can of corn for him there in center field. And he'll haul it in for out number 1.
I love our guys that Jim Powell and the team, Ben Ingram Don Sutton that do the games for the Braves, but it's just Jim Powell's got the bad habit, Kevin, of the swing and a drive and short fly ball to left field. He kind of did that to us right there.
He knocked it way up in the air. Coming up, this is Andrew Manley, and he'll take ball 1 from Holden, and BC fans not happy about that call.
BC coaches not happy about that call.
Again, appreciate Uniform Source for helping us bring you the games today and hopefully tomorrow in Game 3.
You don't – I understand you want some passion out of Carter Holden, but you don't want to let this affect him too much.
The 1-0. Oh, that had some heat on it. A little low. 2 balls and no strikes.
And again, you have to delay yourself to see whether or not he's going to call a strike. The 2-0 delivery. Fastball outside again is 3-0. I couldn't tell if that was a fastball or a changeup. It had some late break to it.
Again, special thanks to Granger Honda, Chatham Parkway. And he missed ball 4. Granger Honda, Chatham Parkway, the people's choice for helping us bring you the broadcast tonight. Go see Mark Granger and his family. They'll treat you like family. They're Granger Honda, Chatham Parkway.
Again, we appreciate all y'all hanging out with us here. Kevin, so many maroon and white hats out there, seeing the BC logo. Made a great showing with the trip up from Savannah. But we appreciate y'all hanging out with us that are still down there watching the game with us. We'd love to hear some feedback from you. What are your thoughts on the game so far? Who do you think needs to step up in the comment section?
There's a strike from Carter Holton as they started
The
off.
old full body strike call.
With Thomas Rollauer, the shortstop. He popped out to the first baseman on that interesting bunt attempt. Kind of went between first and the mound that Holton slipped on. There's a foul out of play. It's quickly 0-2.
I've been trying to place the strike call, Kevin. I think the closest I can get to is Saturday Night Fever. A little bit of John Travolta there. Yeah, I mean that's about it. He's got the full slide step to the right strikeout call.
The 0-2 delivery on the way. Swung, popped up to the right side. Is that going to reach the seats? It will.
Marist student section over there.
And we'll do it again. Thomas Rollauer, shortstop, headed from the East Coast to the West Coast. Going to go play his college ball out in San Diego. And has played a fine shortstop today, both games. Snap throw back to first. Oh, what a save there by Will Walker. High throw. And Walker kind of had to sky up there and go get it.
Yeah, he kind of had to walk over the runner at first and kept the tag on him just in case he came off.
The delivery. Ground ball foul up the third baseline. It'll stay 0-2. Rollauer takes a walk, has a little chat with himself, calms the nerves, checks the pedometer and said, yep, got my steps in today.
Yeah,
and
little Fitbit action. Carter Holton actually threw himself out of his uniform on that one. He had to rebutton his top 3 buttons.
2 on the War Eagle shortstop. 1 out, runner on first. Holton looks over there. Now he'll come to the plate. Foul ball up the first base side. Quite the battle going on here. Nice pick over there by the first base coach of Marist. He caught it bare hand. That's old school.
He'd do a Ron Washington proud on that one.
Yeah. Hot shot. Just stick your bare hand down there and grab it.
Oh, wow.
Andrew Manley on first. Still 0-2. Snap throw back over there. Gets back safely. Marist student section letting him hear about it. He's got Rollauer 0-2.
And the overrated chance.
Foul ball back to the screen. Boy, what a battle we got going here.
I mean, you got him in swing mode at this point, right, Kevin? I mean, it's just been fastball after fastball after fastball. This is when that curveball or that changeup, and he can't help himself.
Rollauer has taken the circuitous route back to the batter's box.
Well, it's just anything to keep him holding out of rhythm, right?
I mean, he has walked all around the circle to get back in that right-handed batter's box.
He didn't like the other baseball, so he's going to get a new baseball. Justin Thomas practicing his yoga in center field.
Still a little daylight left here.
A butterfly stretch.
Still a little daylight left here at Coolray Field, but it'll be dark soon enough. The 0-2. Oh, couldn't get him to chase. Throw back to first. Almost got him. Nice heads-up throw there by Cody Cowan. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, glad you're with us here this evening. A lot of you online. Comment, share it with us. We'll share it on the broadcast. Where in the world was that on a changeup? 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was, I guess, high.
Your guess is as good as anyone else's. Because I think even the Marist fans started headed to the concession stands.
2 balls, 2 strikes, snap throw the first. And Manley back in plenty of time. Long battle here at the plate. Runner goes. Foul ball again. Wow.
Making them work.
This has got to be a 9-10 pitch at bat already.
Like we said, Marist isn't going to give you anything easy. There's not going to be an easy out. I think he got the first batter, Kevin, on a fly out on the first pitch, but since then it's just been battles.
Yeah, there is 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 BC. Tough battle here between Rollauer and Carter Holton. The 2-2 swung on, ground back to the mound. Holton there to scoop it. Doesn't have a play at second. He'll fire to first for the out. And there are 2 away as Manley moves down to second.
A good job by Carter Holton. That one was kind of a low skipper. If he had let it get to shortstop, there's no way Cameron Edge is throwing him out. But, I mean, when you got a 95-mile-an-hour left arm. He had a chance to look at second, saw there was no play.
Eating on the mound as Tyler Hare comes up. Want to be careful here. He jacked a homer in the first game.
Well, I wonder if they're talking. You got a base open at first. Why mess with him?
Just pitch him carefully here.
Just don't tempt fate. He's got the ability in one swing to completely flip this game. Has high school baseball adopted the just go ahead and point at first base rule?
I look like that. Maybe
There
that's
we
what
go.
BC was looking at doing.
I know. I guess Carter Holton says he wants to smoke. Here we go.
So Tyler Hare steps in. Lefty going to drive one to left field. It's going to get down. Base hit. They'll send the runner to the plate. Throw comes in. It's going to be not in time. Throw to second to get Hare. Not in time. Safe. And it's 1-1. So a single. Second on the throw for Tyler Hare. It brings around Andrew Manley, and we're tied at 1 apiece.
And again, you just kind of – I understand you got your ace on the mound, but I just kind of question that decision. You got a base open right there. 1-0 ball game. Your team hasn't shown an ability to score a ton of runs so far in this series through, 10 innings now. You have a base open. Why not walk them?
And the overrated going again. Again, all I can say to overrated is one guy might be cashing a check to play baseball in a couple of months.
Yeah, he'll have that new Lexus overrated as the license plate.
If not, he'll be in the SEC playing for Vanderbilt. The stretch, the pitch, fouled back to the screen by Gray Taylor, the left fielder. No balls and a strike. Again, Tyler Hare, 2 big hits. Homer in the game number 1, and then a big single here in the bottom of the third, game number 2. Carter Holton looks back at second. Now he'll come plateward. Oh my goodness. That's the third time, and now the BC coach is barking out there at home plate. The third time they've gotten time called while Holton's been in his windup. And you can see the coaches going, what do we got? Why the late time? Yeah, you can see him saying that's 3 times that's happened.
I mean, some people call it gamesmanship. Other people might call it just working the rules.
A BC coach is clearly upset about that. Yeah. Again, the ump's the one granting time. He doesn't have to give it to you, and I think that's what the BC coaches are saying, is like, quit granting time where a guy's in the windup. No balls and a strike. To Gray Taylor, the pitch inside. There's a strike. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, as you said, Kevin, he doesn't have to grant it to him. If they call it, they can call it. But if Holton pumps the fastball down the middle, if you're set, you're set.
0-2 to the War Eagle left fielder. A pitch. Lined right through the hole. This might score another run. They're going to hold him at third. Taylor Hare, and that'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs on a ground ball single for Gray Taylor. And you see Carter Holton really frustrated.
He's had a bunch of throws that he thought were strikes that have been called balls on the outside. They're kind of messing with him with calling time really late. And now it's just he's gotten the ground balls he wants. They're just finding the holes with him. And again, not an overly hard swing, just using his power and driving it into the outfield.
And now we're going to have an official visit.
I think he's just a little, I don't want to say emotional, but it's a huge game. It's been a frustrating start to the game so far. Tell him, dude, you have an arm where you're going to get 99.99% of people out. Go out there, play your game. You'll be fine.
Carter Holton, 56 pitches here through 2 2/3 innings. And so that's where, if you're BC, you get to that point of, can he go the distance? With the pitches racking up like that, you can see him kind of pleading his case to Kevin Farmer. And obviously, as you said, they're doing what they're doing within the rules, but the late time, some borderline non-calls, I guess. if you will, that didn't go for strikes have kind of got him a little frustrated here. But through it all, a chance to get out of it with no further damage if you can get Preston Larmore, who struck out his first time up. Larmore, of course, pitched a fantastic game in game number 1, had a single, and flew out to the outfield 3 other times. Was 1 for 4 in game number 1. As I said, struck out the first time he saw Holton back in the first inning. Runners at the corners, and 2 out. The pitch. Swung and missed. Got ahead of him in the count. The 0-1 foul back to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. Middle infield playing back here. The pitch. Shot up the right side and hooking foul into the seats as Charles Pulaski was given chase and will do in. And again, through it all, a chance with 1 more strike to get out of this thing with no further damage. And appreciate Granger Honda, Adam Parkway, for helping to make the broadcast possible tonight. Go see Mark Granger and company at the People's Choice. Granger Honda. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. High cheese, strike 3. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. And 2 runners left as we go to the top of the 4th. BC 1, Marist 1 here in game 2 of the State 4A GHSA Baseball Championships.
And,
again, go ahead.
Hey, I was going to say, you understand the thought process, right? It's their best guy against your best guy. He's your stud. You're going to let him go up and pitch those. I don't know. I'm just curious your thoughts. You have a base open right there, or does that just send the wrong signal to your pitcher?
I think in that case, you trust your guy to go out there and try to get the out. I mean, just as you said, best on best. You trust your arm to go out there. And again, he had a clean shot at it and brings around. Again, at the end of the day, nothing hurt. You're back high ball game. Start over and go up here and try to get something across the plate. You got Will Walker, Cody Cowan, and Charles Pulaski set to come to the dish here for Benedictine in the top half of now the 4th inning of this state championship game. Again, online only here for the nightcap is the Braves baseball this evening. Got a lot of you following on that we see. Give us a comment. Leave us a comment, a thought there in the chat. We'll be happy to share it here on broadcast. I think, Chris, you said we got a couple of folks who are down below us listening.
Oh, yeah.
And watching the game in the stadium. So we appreciate those folks as well. And proud to be a part here of BC Baseball, a state championship game, as we are ready to start the 4th inning. It will be Will Walker, the first baseman, to step in against Tiggy McTighe. Swung on and missed to start it off, and quickly 0-1. Walker walked his first time up and was left stranded there. McTighe from the windup. The pitch. Just outside, a ball and a strike. The pitch. Oh. Had him fooled on a swing and a miss for strike 2. Just trying to stick the bat head out there. A ball and 2 strikes to Will Walker. McTighe in the dirt for ball 2.
I mean, give him credit. Gave up that 1 run on a wild pitch early in the game, but since then has settled in and done a really good job. Only giving up 1 hit so far.
Here's the wind. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
And you got to think, for him, going up against a guy like Carter Holton, that's got to add some extra incentive in the pitching duel.
Cody Cowan will step to the plate. He popped out to the second baseman his first time up. Nobody on here with one out, top of the fourth. 1 run on 1 hit for BC, 1 run on 4 hits for Marist. High and inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Just the bats haven't woken up yet for BC so far, Kevin. You feel like this just right there.
The 1-0 delivery from McTighe. Swung on, popped up, out towards third base, camping under it, and he's got it. Preston Larmore for out number 2.
And just not able to square anything, right? Not really making the defense work. A lot of pop-outs. I don't know, you're a baseball coach, Kevin. How do you fix that? You shorten up the swing a little bit?
Yeah.
Try to square it up?
There's just as a little more involved, obviously, when the higher up you go, but just keeping them off balance. They get a little bit out in front. And you get too much under, you're going to pop it up. Here's Charles Pulaski, the right fielder. He steps in. He'll take strike 1 over the outside corner. And this is about the time where you start to really feel that the juice is flowing for both of these teams. Here's the 0-1. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike, because now you're in what's now the middle innings.
Yeah.
So you're starting to turn the corner towards the late innings.
You're either 3 innings away from it, state championship if you're Marist, and you got, 11 more outs if you're BC?
Yeah. Another ball inside, 2 balls and a strike.
But 2 teams that know how to win in these series.
The 2-1 swung on. There's a ground ball out to third. Nice scoop over there by Larmore. He'll throw over to first for the out to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Benedictine 1 and Marist 1 here on ESPN Coastal. And thank you for joining us here online. As we said, share your comments with us. Love to get your thoughts on the ball game and how we're working through. Again, appreciate the Uniform Source for helping us bring in tonight's ball game and today's ball game as well.
And look, you're frustrated if you're BC, right? You're kicking yourself for some of the stuff that you haven't been able to take advantage of yet. But you have to give Marist a lot of credit, Kevin. Just watching their infield play so far, crisp throws, nothing's getting by them, and just not making mental mistakes. I think the one kind of mistake we saw was the short foot, and it slips out from under you. I don't know how you could really consider that an error. I think they actually ended up calling that one a hit. So Marist playing excellent defense tonight, and they're connecting their pitching with their defense, right? We've seen a lot of ground balls from BC, and it's just been right at someone. So obviously they've done their homework on these Benedictine guys. They know where they trend on hitting the baseball, and they're setting up their defense really well.
Beautiful night here. And again, if you have not been to Coolray Field up here in Gwinnett, home of the Gwinnett Stripers, AAA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves, just absolutely gorgeous facility. And again, you've got some condos out here behind center and right field, and a number of the residents there have made their way out onto their patios to watch the baseball game here tonight.
And they're actually building some that are even closer here in left field. I have to imagine, though, those are it's got to be like bulletproof glass, right?
Just take a line drive shot.
I mean, it's 340 to left field, so that's maybe 400, 410 up to those condos. So you're going to be watching Game of Thrones one night. And boom.
Some free souvenirs out there.
Yeah, don't leave your window open.
We are ready. We are ready to go here in the bottom of the 4th. It will be Andrew Bushman, the DH, 7-8-9, Will Blair, the catcher, and Andrew Williams here in the bottom half of the 4th against Carter Holton. Bushman will take strike 1 right there. And he's back with that energy. Give me the ball. Let's go. Quickly ready is Carter Holton. Fouled back to the screen.
Now get him out. You let these guys come back too many times. Go ahead and sit him down.
Yeah, Marist has battled to get some 3-2 counts when he's gotten ahead. The 0-2 delivery. Fouled back again.
That's good cuts. He's battling.
And these can end up being frustrating at bats as well. You remember, I believe Preston Larmore or Thomas Rawlauer, had about a 10 or 11 pitch at bat earlier in this game where it was just foul ball.
Where they scored a run.
The 0-2, there it is. Curveball, strike 3, go sit down.
I mean, what are you supposed to do with that? You're barely catching up to his fastball. You got to start. You have to cheat on it, right? You have to sit fastball, and then he comes with the hook.
That'll bring up the catcher, Will Blair, who struck out swinging his first at bat. He'll walk slowly into the right-handed batter's box. Holton ready to go. The pitch. Ground ball out to short. Cam Edge there to backhand. Throws it on to first for out number 2.
Yeah, good backhanded pick there by Cameron Edge, getting it over to first base. But, Kevin, you know what one of the best parts about being back in a baseball? This is the first time I've been back in a baseball park since really everything got shut down.
Yeah.
The one of those underrated jobs in sports, the organ player. Absolutely missed it.
Andrew Williams will step in here for Marist. It's my first time back in the ballpark since, last weekend.
Well, I mean, you live in one.
I really do.
Yeah, those little ballers down there.
Nobody on and 2 outs. Just missed on the fastball.
What positions your boys play?
Wherever they get told to play.
There you go. That's Coach Dad right there.
The 1-0. There it is. Strike right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Marist right fielder. Andrew Williams struck out swinging in his first at bat.
Played a lot of in-garden tackle, Kevin. Sat at the end of the bench, guarded the water cooler, and tackled anybody who tried to get near it. Crickets here at Coolray Field. I think I got the Hakeem Nicks laugh from Dennis Snyder over there.
There it is over the outside corner. Finally got one for strike 2. Kind of the
Dennis,
cheers and jest from the BC faithful.
Dennis, were you laughing at the joke or were you laughing at how bad it was?
Yeah, both.
No, for sure.
A ball and 2 strikes. Don't let the former Kel Longhorn to my right fool you. Here it is. Strike 3. Oh, my goodness. I thought that was it. I prematurely called strike 3. I think a couple of folks took a step towards the dugout wearing the 2-2 from Holton on the way. That didn't make it. That's full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
But, I mean, if you're a batter and they're just not calling strikes right down the middle, I guess you just sit and take until he calls a strike. Usually you have to make a pitcher throw a strike. You're making an ump call one.
3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. The delivery from Holton. High and outside.
We see the frustration, right? You throw what you think is strike 3, and then all of a sudden you throw back-to-back balls high and away.
That will happen. It'll bring up the top of the order in Champ Davis. Davis singled back in the first inning and then flew out to the center fielder his last time up.
What is life like in left field when Carter Holton's throwing? Are you playing solitaire?
Couple of games I think everybody could have. The delivery to Davis. There it is for a strike.
The old hook. Like I said, Justin Thomas was going through a yoga routine a little bit earlier. Ichiro used to do that.
0-1 from Holton. Pops it out to the right side. Is that going to fall in? And
Great
caught
play.
right at the line. Great running catch there by Charles Pulaski to end the inning. No damage, no runs, 1 walk, no hits, 1 runner left on base as we go to the top of the 5th. Getting late already. It's BC 1 and Marist 1. BC will have 8, 9, and 1 coming to the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. Again, appreciate you being with us here online tonight here for game number 2. Share your comments with us on the Facebook page, our Twitter feed, on our YouTube feed where you can watch along tonight. And we'll be happy to share it here on the broadcast.
Justin, we will get a pitch count for you here in just a second, but a quick Braves score and update for you. The Braves lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th, but of importance, team that you're currently trailing in the division, the Philadelphia Phillies, are losing to the Marlins 3-0. You got a pitch count for us, Kevin?
74 pitches.
Getting up there.
Through 4 innings for Carter Holton.
So, again, Tate, Justin currently sitting at 74 pitches for Carter Holton. Drew Smiley, though, Kevin, 3 straight pretty good starts for him after what was a rough start to the season.
No doubt.
Seems like him, Charlie Morton, Max Fried, those guys starting to catch their stride a little bit.
You hope so. Hope the offense continues to wake up. It'll be Ben Hollerback, the left fielder. Step in here to face Tiggy McTighe, who has settled down since I say settled down. He's only given up 1 hit all night.
Yeah.
So pitched pretty well here against BC. And he'll start Hollerback off with a ball low and outside.
And still no earned runs for him because, again, the 1 run for BC came on a wild pitch.
McTighe from the windup. The pitch and delivery. There's a strike, caught the inside corner.
Pitch. Again, it doesn't look like a changeup to me. It just looks like he's taking a little bit off his fastball to locate it. He knows he can rear back and throw it if he needs to.
And here's the 1-1. There's the heat. Ground ball out to short. Scooped up there, couple of pumps, and over to first by Thomas Rollauer. That was smooth there at shortstop for out number 1.
Again, they have not missed whatsoever.
Yeah, it's been right at a lot of infielders here, especially in this game.
It's like playing golf against Rich Stiles, man. He just doesn't miss.
And if you're BC, you got to keep plugging away and hope something falls in here. Be nice to get George Mullins, second baseman, on base ahead of Carter Holton, who's waiting on deck.
All right, BC fans, we want to hear from you in the comment section. Again, it is crunch time for the Cadets right now. Who do you think is going to come up big?
Here's a strike to George Mullen. Thought about it, couldn't pull the trigger. And it's 0-1. They got it wrong on the scoreboard again, but no balls and a strike. McTighe from the windup, delivers. Swung on, that's a little bloop out in the right field. That's going to drop. And that's going to fall in there for a base hit for George Mullen to get things going here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, they had him shaded to pull there, Kevin. He just poked one in the opposite field, and he put a little English on it, kept cutting away from the right fielder. So it's just serendipitous, Kevin. Look who's coming up.
Yep, Carter Holton going to step in here.
Yeah, that's from my friends over at the Savannah Morning News. Listen, all of us radio jocks, we got a little bit of grammar.
Not much.
Not much.
But just a little bit. Back over to first on a snap throw. And Mullen will get back in plenty of time. And again, now Marist in a little bit of a predicament. You want to be careful with Carter Holton at the plate.
They've made a defensive adjustment. Center fielder is shading over to the right, expecting him to pull. If he hits one up the middle, it might go to the wall.
Oh, way out in front on an off speed. And it's no balls and a strike. Off first is George Mullen. Carter Holton, the lefty. They'll snap throw over to first, back in plenty of time. Carter Holton, the lefty, steps in at the plate. No balls and a strike. Long look in by McTighe. Now he delivers. Oh, got him fooled again. On an off speed was Carter Holton, and he's quickly in an 0-2 hole.
It's great. It's great pitch location, and it's a great decision between the catcher and the pitcher. You know you're not getting your fastball by this guy. Throw your off speed, throw it away. If it misses, and you walk him. But if you can get him out, it's a win.
No balls and 2 strikes to the lefty, Carter Holton. McTighe comes set, delivers outside high, had a little pitch out going.
The catcher and the runner both slipped on that because it looked like he was about to throw back to first. The runner slipped, but luckily the catcher slipped as well.
Had a chance to waste one there. They'll go work it to a ball and 2 strikes. George Mullen takes his lead off first. Holton at the plate. The pitch. Swung on. Right on to first baseman. Steps on first. Throws to 2. Did they get him? Yes, they did. Unbelievable defensive play to turn 2. That's a big league play. Just turned there by Marist. Down ball to the first baseman. Stepped on the bag. Whipped it to second for the tag to end the inning. So got a hit, but no runs. No errors, 1 runner left on base as we now go to the bottom of the 5th. BC 1, Marist 1.
And again, the offense has been what it is, but defensively, Marist has been unbelievable. You hit a rope right at the first baseman, not even a bit of hesitation, steps on the bag, and then whips the ball back over to second to beat the runner. from Marist.
Want to thank the Uniform Source for helping us bring you the ball game tonight. 2 locations to serve you there in Savannah.
Yeah, and Uniform Source kind enough to sponsor Second Down, which you can hear with myself, Cody Queen, and Cam Ursery every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3, leading you into 3 and Out with Kevin Thomas, my co-host tonight, and BJ Bennett and Ben Troop. And Kevin, we're getting towards college football season, man. Got media day, got media days coming up here in a little bit. I know we were talking, Kevin, about some of the programs that we would like to see get back on the right track there. I know Tennessee, one of them, Florida State, another one. But we're in Atlanta. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, man. Jeff Collins, it's about time to pay some bills. You've had all the T-shirts printed out with all the sayings.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And you've had the recruiting classes. Is it this year we start seeing that change in the win-loss column a little bit?
You need to have somebody step up and show that it's going in the right direction. I mean, I think that's just only common sense. You got to have a little step forward. I mean, I think everybody gets a pass on 2020.
Sure.
But again, you need to see improvement going in the right direction.
No, for sure. And again, I just I look at Georgia Tech, and I think that schedule might keep the record book from showing that it's a great season, but I think you could definitely see a big improvement on the field. One guy to watch out for, Jahmyr Gibbs, that running back. I think he's a guy who could win a few ball games for him.
Certainly. Bottom of the 5th, starting to get late here. And now you start to wonder, where's Carter Holton in terms of that pitch count? How do you turn it over to your bullpen in a tight ball game?
That's going to pull him off the field is the pitch count, because he's been, since that first inning, which really stretched it out, since that first inning, you've seen him take command of this game.
74 pitches for Carter Holton through 4 innings. And now Holton having a discussion with the home plate umpire about, you can see kind of like he's even frustrated about the warm-ups here, where the ump's talking to him about how many, I think he was talking about how many pitches he was going to get on the warm-up. And the ball goes down, and we are ready to go here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It will be Andrew Manley, the center fielder, Thomas Rawlauer, and the big fella, Tyler Hare, in this inning. 2, 3, 4 hitters. So a big inning for BC here defensively to try to not allow anything to happen.
Oh, you got to keep it right there. It's just offense has not had a chance to come alive yet, so you got to think you have to keep the score right where it is.
A strike right down the middle.
No decision-making going into that one. That's a strike, no matter where.
You don't have to wait for the call there.
Nah.
The 0-1 delivery, Holton up, more gas. Just bring it. Just bring it, kid. 0-2.
Here's where he's getting into trouble, though. He gets here and he starts messing around a little bit. Go ahead and go right back to it.
1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-2 delivery, off speed, outside. Boy, Manley wanted to offer at that. Just couldn't do it.
He checked it. I think that might have been almost in self-defense because it was a curveball. Maybe looked like it was coming at him a little bit and then dove off the plate. Good job to check his swing there.
Hey, got him struck out. Just blew it right by him.
I felt that gust all the way up here.
We're at Coolray Field. We got a little free air conditioning on that one from Andrew Manley as he couldn't catch up to the Carter Holton fastball. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Thomas Rawlauer, who is 0 for 2 here in game 2. Popped out to the first baseman and grounded out to the pitcher.
I know one of the parents down there watching the game and listening to us as well brought their radar gun with them. We're going to need some reports here in the chat because that was a burner of the last one.
Carter Holton, the delivery here to Rawlauer, missed up high. 1 ball and no strikes.
I mean, we were talking about Turner Field on the way up here, Kevin, because we drove by it. I used to love that when Craig Kimbrell would come out and you had like the flame graphic once you started hitting 95, 96.
Oh, just blew it by him. Some more keys. Ball and a strike.
But this is the difference, right? There's a lot of guys that can throw really hard in high school baseball, but the fact that he's over 70 pitches now, we're in the 5th inning, and it looks like his fastball is getting stronger.
Yeah.
That's what's got pro scouts drooling.
Yeah, you don't see mid-90s a lot. Off speed, fouled off down the first base line. We'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. And now if you're Holton, don't get fancy. Just throw that seed up there.
Reed in the comments, the standard is 7, but they will go to extra innings if need be. 7 innings.
The 1-2. Up high and outside to the backstop. He reached back for a little extra on that one.
Yep, give him the heater.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I will have to confer with my confidant, Dennis Knight, but I do believe, if my memory serves correctly, extra innings, you start with the runner on second base. You do not. Play it straight up, foul ball off to the left side.
Didn't happen in Calgary Savannah Christian game earlier this year. They had to start the inning over after
Okay.
someone called the
Oh, no. So we had a couple of schools trying to get wild. And
they do it in
Yep.
softball, but not baseball.
All right. So Dennis Knight saying they do it in softball, not in high school baseball. They'll play it straight up, as it should be done, MLB.
you ain't lying. And also, if you're going to do a 7-inning game, it counts as a no-hitter.
I can't get on board with that, but 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He pitched every inning you'd let him.
For Carter Holton. Oh, way outside, missed again. Ball 3. He's run it full. And now you can tell this kid's trying to compete with everything he's got here on this strikeout. He's got 7 here on the ball game, 7 Ks. And he run it full here to Thomas Rollauer, who's really battled him in a couple of at-bats tonight. Up there it is, on the corner, strike 3. Get the paintbrush out, Carter Holton, strikeout number 8.
Just a huge pitch in this game, Kevin. You need it at this point, and you know BC's looking at it. They're looking at the pitch count, but they're saying we need you to carry us here.
That's pitch 80 on the night.
Use a little soft ground out here, pitch number 1.
And here's Tyler Hare. I don't think Tyler Hare hits soft baseballs. Oh, where's that pitch a little high?
At the big RBI base knock.
A ball and no strikes. Tyler Hare hit a 2-run homer top of the first in game 1. That was all they would need really in that one. Swung on a miss, big cut, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He was trying to win the game.
And then a big single. Well, you get the sense the next run might be enough.
Yeah. With both the pitchers on the mound right now, both of them dealing. Yeah.
Ball, 1 strike. Carter Holton just missed the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike to the big first baseman. And again, Hare with the single last time up to score Marist' only run here in this ball game. The 1-1. Caught the outside corner, or excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think that was farther outside than the last one.
Listen, no comment. Plead the 5th.
The 2-2. Swung on, no. Did he get a piece? No, stuck in the catcher's glove. Something went flying, but it's strike 3.
He might have a mouthpiece. Swung his mouthpiece.
Struck out the side. Did Carter Holton. He's got.
It was a mouthpiece. He swung so hard, he spit his mouthpiece out. Good night.
9 strikeouts on the night for Carter Holton in this one. As we go to the top of the 6th, it will be Cam Edge, Justin Thomas, and Parker McCoy coming up for the BC Cadets. And looks like Tiggy McTighe will stay out there in the 6th inning here for Marist as well. Thanks for being along here with us on the broadcast. Couldn't do it without great folks at the Uniform Source being with us here. Uniforms for all of your uniform needs, whether it be for work, for school, or even for play. Uniform Source has all your outfitting needs. There are 2 locations to serve you. They do a great job. Great folks there at the Uniform Source.
Absolutely. Proud sponsors of Second Down with yours truly. Michael Kearney in the chat, do the Cadets have a good fan base turnout? Absolutely. Have a booth filled out with people, but also the student section in full force behind home plate right now, and just a smattering of Benedictine fans as well. I'd say, honestly, Kevin, equal Benedictine to Marist fan turnout.
Oh, yeah. We can't see everybody underneath us here behind home plate.
I actually think BC might have them.
BC brought a nice contingent here. And again, also BC with the suite up there off the first base side.
Sure.
So we got a couple of folks.
The delightful hot dogs and burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin, I think I might have stole the last hamburger bun just before you.
You did. I was so mad in between games. Starts off Cam Edge with a high changeup. 1 ball and no strikes here, top of the 6th. Cam Edge pops it straight up, lost it up above the roof here, coming back and out of play. But that ball went higher than us here in the press box. It'll be a ball and a strike to the Cadet shortstop who walked in the first inning, struck out in the third, and now trying to get on base again here in the top of the sixth.
What do you do? I mean, the strategy is put it in play, you put it in play, and they just swallow it up, and everything's crisp on the infield right here.
Oh, my goodness. A strike on the –
Kevin's throwing a pin in here.
I guess it caught the outside corner. The catcher caught it moving towards the left-handed batter's box. I will say it caught the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Change up, popped up, out behind second. Right fielder coming in. He'll give way to Manley, and center field will make the catch.
He's played a great center field this series.
For out number 1. He really has made a running, diving catch in game number 1, a highlight play there in game number 1. And it will bring up Justin Thomas, who walked in the first inning and struck out looking on a close third strike. They're back in the third inning. He could use a big pop here. There's a strike on the inside
what a great
corner.
Breaking ball. Look at that slider that caught the inside corner there, Kevin. Started out, looked like he was going to hit him in the elbows and broke back across the plate.
The 0-1 swung on and belted out to left field. Back towards the warning track he goes, and now camping under it.
Oh, man.
Is Gray Taylor. Missed a home run shot by about 5 feet. Great contact. If you're playing back home in a high school ballpark, it's 2-1 right now.
Right now, and right here in a AAA ballpark, so about as big as any major league park, the left fielder with about 2-3 steps onto the warning track. But a great job tracking the ball the whole way. Justin Thomas.
Parker McCoy now steps in. He'll take a strike right down the middle. That was an absolute shot. Just came up a little bit short.
Not Jim Powell us on that one, Kevin. That was a shot.
The 0-1 swung on. That one shot out to right field, but right at the right fielder, Andrew Williams, for out number 3. So 3 hard hit balls to the outfield, but nothing to show for it as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And again, that pitch count getting up there for Carter Holton. We'll see what he has in store here for us in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's got 9 strikeouts thus far, Christian Gokel. And as long as we're throwing out sponsorships, got to thank Granger Honda on Chatham Parkway, proud sponsor of our ball game tonight. And, of course, proud sponsor of 3 and Out, which you can hear every day, 3 until 6. Somebody that you know may be on that show.
You come out and you get through this inning and you're able to push across the run. Are you pitching him in the top of the 7th or the bottom of the 7th, excuse me?
I think whichever way it goes potentially.
You're seeing him go
the whole way? If he goes the whole way, in the game like this, I think you trust the kid and say, how do you feel? But I'm going with my best for as long as I can. I just think.
Well, he started getting a little wild in the last inning. I don't know if that was just him trying to amp up a fastball.
I think that was some of it, but yeah.
I just think if he's throwing 85%, it's better than most.
Yeah, I would again, in a game like this, your season is on the line, state championship game. I'm going with Carter Holton until Carter Holton says I'm done,
or until
GHSA says I'm done. Yeah, that's probably more important there with what they say. But yes. 90 pitches as we start. So, again, if you have a 30-pitch inning, that's it.
Yep.
And I know in a lot of cases, I think we were talking earlier this week, Dennis Knight, about Thomasville lost a championship series because a kid threw 124 pitches in the series, and they lost track of the pitches, thought they won the series, and then a day later came back and said, actually, through checking, you threw 124, you have to forfeit, and you're no longer going along into the playoffs.
Yeah, we have the benefit of having like a stat tracker here tonight, automated, amazing service, but that could be the difference between just a student manager forgetting to look down at the page or marking down the wrong thing.
Yeah, appreciate all of you being here with us tonight at Cool Ray Park. Holton winds and fires a little nub shot out to third base, scooped and falling down, makes a throw, and it's not going to be in time. And and still almost made a throw, and that's going to get Marist in business here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but just one pitch there for Carter Holton. Again, you can throw 120. He's at 91. And Gray Taylor now at first after, again, that was a little cue ball shot.
Just lost his footing there and still made the throw, almost made the.
Steps in, he'll show bunt and a little small ball action. Bunted up the line. It's going to go. Oh, man. Beautiful by Carter Holton. They're arguing that he touched it, but Carter Holton with a reverse limbo got to the line, slipped, and it was like, how low can you go? And the ball rolled under his backside to just get foul before he touched it. And right now, Marist has got a huge gripe. They're saying he touched it.
No,
obviously, I don't think he did either. But
from up here in the bird's eye view, he did not touch that baseball, but it was close.
Hey, if you're Marist, you're competing here. Everything. And again,
nothing cheap.
The goal you can see here for Marist is total small ball. Get him on, now get him over, and we're going to try to get him in against Carter Holton. So no balls and a strike.
Small ball ain't dead, Kevin.
Yeah. Preston Larmore. Again, he and Thomas Rollauer have had some great at-bats tonight against Carter Holton. Parker McCoy in at third. Snap throw back to first. Marist fans don't like that, but
not a bit.
He shows bunt again. Gets it up the first base line this time and falling down, and it's foul. Boy, that was fortunate because coming off the mound, Carter Holton's going for it, and he's slipping. He's saying, hey, my cleats don't have any traction, talking back to the BC dugout.
And
I'm not sure what's going on here.
The jersey every time, too. The jersey keeps coming unbuttoned. We got a little shoe change.
Yeah, he's kicking off his shoes saying my cleats have no traction on him. He's changing shoes.
He's got hit in the face with one.
And now the ump is asking, is calling time. Whose shoes is he putting on?
Number 11.
He's putting on Trent Marketing's shoes. So Trent Marketing has
what a guy. That's some advanced scouting there, Kevin. You already know whose shoes to go to.
Yeah,
you know what the hot spots are in the game, and you also know whose shoes to go to if you need to.
So Trent Marketing giving of himself and his shoes here late in the ball game. So we got to wait for Carter Holton to swap those out. And again, in between the jersey coming unbuttoned and the shoes and the slipping, it's been quite an adventure here in the ball game tonight. 1 up, 1 run on 2 hits for BC, 1 run on 6 hits for Marist. They've got a runner at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
I don't know if our scoreboard operator just gone home for the night, but it should be 2 strikes on 2 failed bunt attempts.
Yes. So it's 0-2.
Interesting.
On Preston Larmore.
Well, his first pitch looks like he's got a new boot goofing.
Yeah, so we got the new footwear for Carter Holton. Let's see what the difference is. The 0-2 delivery. On the way, they show bunt again. Oh, he fouls it. That's going to be out. Number 1. He's saying it hit him, but he offered the bunt. He offered at the bunt.
Out.
He's out. Larmore saying it hit him. You squared the bunt and made an offer at it. That's out number 3.
Well,
That's out number 1.
I tell you what, if BC comes back and wins this series, you're going to frame Trent Marketing's shoes.
The legend
of the shoe
shoes.
swap.
Yes, the shoe swap. Andrew Bushman, the DH, going to step in there. He flew out to right field and struck out looking.
Very close on the pickoff play.
Bushman struck out looking in the 4th inning. Holton, long look at first. Now comes home. Inside.
The ump gave us the old shoulder shimmy.
He kind of slid back. I thought he was going to do it, but he couldn't get himself to go there. The pitch. That was a strike in the same spot.
Buddy.
1 ball and 1 strike.
You could actually see the uniform get blown back by that fastball. Okay, I'll tell you what. I have never seen non-existent hair get pushed back more than the Benedictine coaching staff right now.
1 ball and 1 strike. Carter Holton steps in, gives a look to first. The pitch. Blew it by him, strike 2.
You still got the hat on, but you're still pushing your hair back.
Hey, it's stress time. You need a run if you're BC.
A lot of pacing.
Holton, the pitch. Blew it by him, strike
down.
3.
I mean, what are you supposed to do with that? Down and in, down and in, down and in, and he hits you with a high heat. That's tough.
2 outs in the inning. And it will bring up Will Blair, the catcher. Blair struck out in the second inning, grounded out to short. Back in the fourth. And he did not play in game number 1. And are we going to have I thought for a second maybe we were having a pinch hitter. Not sure what's going on. Slow walk to the pitcher's mound for Cody Cowan.
Working.
He should have some pitches left here.
Well, we know the shoes work.
Yeah. The shoes just brought straight
Heat.
gas.
Yeah, heat. And again, Trent Barnett's working on his locust hold in center field. Or excuse me, Justin Thomas. Sorry, I was thinking about the Ashley Deering Award winner. Both of them pretty dang good receivers for BC, though.
Carter Holton, the pitch. High and outside to the Marist catcher. A ball and no strikes. Runner on first. 2 outs, though, in the bottom of the 6th.
Such an easy pickoff move.
Win, and we play again tomorrow. Lose, and BC season is over.
And right down the pipe for another strike.
1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on right back to Carter Holton and a stab. Throws it over to first for out number 3.
And there's some fire from the Cadets.
And they're fired up. We go to the top of the 7th, final inning of regulation. BC 1, Marist 1. Heck of a ball game here in an elimination game for the state championship. Again, if BC gets 1, might it be enough?
All right, we want to hear from you, Cadets fans watching right now. Top of the 7th. Kevin, give them who's coming up.
Coming up here in the 7th inning for BC, you've got Will Walker, Cody Cowan, and Charles Pulaski. So 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. You need somebody to get a hit. So far, out of those 3, you are a combined 0 for 5 with a walk.
Who's going to become the legend, Cadets fans? We want to hear from you.
And appreciate the Uniform Source for helping us bring you tonight's ball game. Proud sponsor of tonight's game and Second Down. Also, Granger Honda on Chatham Parkway for helping us bring you the ball game tonight. Also, proud sponsor of 3 and Out.
All right, Lumber
catch Monday through
Lumber
Friday.
Comedy back in. He says Big Will's due. So he's calling a shot.
There you go.
Man, they have hit so many balls hard.
They really
Justin
have.
Thomas took that one deep and just needed a little bit of extra wind under it.
And you feel like they're going to go with Tiggy McTighe here. BC, as it's gone on, has started to get him timed up a little bit. They just need something to drop.
But really, he's providing the power. It's not the same fastball as Carter Holton, but still providing the power. All you got to do is put your bat on it, right? You don't have to kill it. Just square it up, and it's going to go.
McTighe ready to go here against Will Walker, who struck out back in the 4th inning. The pitch. Strike
right
1 there
there.
of the
That's a
inside
great
corner to start the 7th inning. Great baseball here tonight in Metro Atlanta. The 0-1, outside ball 1 to Will Walker.
Got a prediction for Hollerback getting a big hit.
And again, comment in the chat along here with us. Glad you are with us here on a Thursday night, the 1-1. A little low, 2 balls and a strike. Need to get somebody on any way you can get them on. And we'll see if BC plays small ball if they get somebody on. We step off. McTighe's ready to go. The pitch. A little low. 3 balls and a strike.
You give him the hold sign here, Kevin. You need a bat. You need a base runner.
Yeah, you really do. It better be beautiful for you to swing out here. Every runner counts. Big right now. Outside ball 4. Will Walker going to trot down to first. Bat. And might Tiggy McTighe be tiring a little bit here? Boy, that's a tongue twister. Tongue twister, Tiggy McTighe
Kevin, you
tiring.
can't do that to me, man.
I'm just going to keep adding to it.
At the top of the seventh?
Yeah, tongue twister, Tiggy McTighe tiring in the top of the seventh. Tie ball game.
This is why he's the pro, folks. This is why he gets to host the big 3-hour syndicated show.
It will be Cody Cowan. We have a lot of stalling around going on here for Marist. I don't know if they're wanting to make a pitching change here soon or what they're looking at.
Again, we appreciate all of y'all hanging out with us. A huge game, beautiful venue. None of this possible without you guys. And, of course, our sponsors, Granger Honda, the Chatham Sheriff's Office, and the Uniform Source. Couldn't do it without them. But you guys are the reason we're here. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. And we look forward to a lot more of these in the future.
And now Mike Strun taking that extra slow walk out there to the mound. I guess they'll talk about it until the home plate umpire comes out there, and then they'll make a pitching change. Using all the time they can.
Hopefully we're back here with you tomorrow at noon.
And we hope so. We need a hit from BC here to get that done.
Maybe a couple.
You have a courtesy runner on first. Failed to mention that as well. It's Clay Dean, courtesy running at first.
And still, Kevin, I mean, no RBIs in the series so far for the Cadets. You got to feel like you got to break through on this one.
So no pitching change through it all. Can see way out there. They do have somebody, looks like a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. Maybe trying to have him ready if Carter Holton comes to the plate.
And the bullpen's not just a couple of lanes on the side of the field.
Yeah.
It's a bullpen.
It's way back there. You got to come out the gate and everything. McTighe 86 pitches. Thank you, Dennis Knight. This will be pitch number 87. Square around a bunt. Popped it up. Boy, got to get the bunt down, and it's fair. They're going to tag him up.
And he got his job done.
And now they're not paying attention to the runner. And Dean almost went around to third. They're saying they didn't tag him. Now they complete the throw. And Cody Cowan will be out. I'm going to mark it as a 3 unassisted because they tagged him up the first baseline.
Little conference going on here. I wonder what this could be about.
And I guess they're debating whether they made the tag or what.
Were they saying he left the
Getting the bunt down has been hard tonight for both teams. Again, Clay.
There's no way they're calling an infield fly rule here, right?
No. I
On
don't know what that conference was all about, but there's one. Mike Strickland having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Again, Marist 13 state baseball championships. Last one won in 2017. BC last one won in 2018.
Yeah, I'm trying to interpret what that conversation could have been about. And again, he had a pop bunt down the first base line. Runner kind of had to wait at first base, but went. And once the ball went down, and they applied the tag to the batter, seemed pretty routine from there.
Charles Pulaski steps in, the right fielder. He is 0 for 2 tonight in this game, and he'll look at ball one. Again, Dean out at second. Marist not really holding him on. 1 ball and no strikes to the cadet right fielder. The stretch, the pitch, a little bit low, and Tiggy McTighe got to be getting up close to the 90 mark in pitches, I would guess. And that's the second visit, so this is going to do it. Mid-batter, they go to the bullpen. And he will leave Will McTighe 6 in the third innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts on 91 4 strikes. So the call to the bullpen will let you know who's coming in here for Marist.
We are working on getting this stream back up. Had a slight hiccup in the internet service here at the stadium. It should be coming back up momentarily. If not, though, Kevin Thomas is still right here. We'll still get it going for you. We're here.
Maybe thanks to some of you might have crashed the part of the stream there.
I don't know if it's that, or I don't know if the Wi-Fi decided to go home early tonight.
So it will be Andrew Williams stepping in. 2 balls, no strikes on Charles Pulaski. The pitch, high, ball 3, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out. And the pitch from Andrew Williams. He'll step off. Runner on second is Dean. The stretch and the pitch. Strike. 3 balls and a strike. And appreciate you joining us here from Cool Ray Field.
We may have some progress.
3 balls and a strike. Stretch and the pitch. Outside walked him. One out here in the top of the 7th. There we go. Thank you, Christian. One out here in the top of the 7th. Ready for my close-up. It is 1-1. You've got Pulaski on first, Dean on second. Ben Hollerback steps at the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight here in game number 2. And now Williams is going to step off. Ben Hollerback. Couple of swings at the bat looking. The stretch. High, ball 1. And a couple folks in the chat say Hollerback's the guy that's due. Let's see if it's him here. One ball and no strikes. Williams is going to call time. At the plate is Hollerback. And Williams coming set. The stretch, the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Two balls and no strikes here, top of the 7th. Ben Hollerback at the plate. Front of that batter's box. Lefty, Andrew Williams. Looks back at second. Kicks and fires. High. Oh, a strike. I thought that was high. This game will give you gray hairs. Runners on first and second. There's 1 out. Ben Hollerback's got a 2-1 count. The stretch from Williams. Delivers. Outside, ball 3. Cadets got a little something working here. And again, you are 2 batters away from Carter Holton.
Appreciate y'all hanging out with us through some technical difficulties.
The 3-1 delivery to Hollerback. Swung on and missed.
Big cut.
It's a full count, but a big cut there by Ben Hollerback. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 7th. Dean is on second for BC. Charles Pulaski on first. The pitch of decision. On the way. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. And now there are 2 down in the top of the 7th. And it'll bring up George Mullen, the second baseman.
It's a huge comeback there from down 3-1 in the count, coming back and striking them out. Huge job by Marist there. But BC, you need a clutch hit here. You're not going to get it done without a clutch hit.
Tanya joining us in the chat. I have no fingernails either, so we're right there. We're right there with you. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. George Mullen at the plate. BC's got 2 runners on first and second. Williams delivers high and outside, ball 1. Not too many folks still sitting in their seats here on this one. 2 really fantastic ball games, but this one's been tight the entire way. We're tied at 1 run apiece. The 1-0 to Mullen on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. High fastball got him. And we've evened up the count at a ball and a strike.
So where you become a legend.
Dean steps off second. Pulaski off first. Nobody getting held on. George Mullen stands at the plate. He's got an even 1-1 count. Swung on and missed at a high fastball. Strike 2. Got to keep working this count. Put Carter stand. The big slugger hopes he gets up there in this situation. The pitch, high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Unfortunately, we're in the press box. Usually I'm up pacing at this point. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top half of the 7th. It's 1-1. Here in game 2. Andrew Williams comes set. Quick look at second and delivers. Swung and struck him out. Strike 3. Got the fastball by him.
Job.
And we go to the bottom half of the 7th. You got to hold them here if you're BC, or your season has come to an end. Coming up for Marist, it will be Andrew Williams, the 9-hole hitter, who was just out there pitching Champ Davis, the top, and Andrew Manley. So they got South Georgia at 9-1-2 coming up here in the bottom half of the 7th. Appreciate you all being here with us on this Thursday night. Carter Holton, 101 pitches. He's back out on the mound here.
Got 19 left.
19 pitches left for number 19.
Slides you back.
Got to have him here.
Ready, they'll switch back.
Again, appreciate the Uniform Source being here with us, helping us bring you the ball game. Also, Granger Honda on Chatham Parkway. Go by and see Mark Granger and company there. The People's Choice on Chatham Parkway. And, of course, the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. Carter Holton's got 19 pitches. And then you'll have to 120 pitches is all you can throw in a series.
Yeah, you're not seeing them tomorrow when and if that game comes about.
Yeah, so
I'll say when that game comes about.
So the last time, regardless, you'll see Carter Holton on the mound for BC is this inning right here. Bottom of the 7th, state championship game. Got to hold him.
Well, who else would you rather have out there?
Nobody.
That being said, you're going to see a different pitcher than Carter Holton if he's able to get through this inning tonight. Somebody else would then have to close the game out. So, yeah, take it in, BC fans. The last time you're going to see what is
been a tremendous career.
It's got to be, I mean, just in sports in general, has to be one of the best careers we've ever seen come through South Georgia. I mean, where would you put that up there? I know you weren't necessarily covering down here yet, but like with the Adam Wainwrights?
Yeah, I mean, just when you see a kid that's got it like he does, it's something special to watch. And it's been a treat getting to watch him play here at BC, and certainly today in the state championship game. Has had some hard-hit baseballs from an offensive standpoint. Hasn't got one to fall in but I think twice.
But every bit of
For
lead
singles,
of the talent in his sport, as DJ Dallas was at Glenn Academy. What we saw with all the DBs that have come out of Brunswick High, Justin Coleman, Tracy Walker, Darius Slay, he's as good at his job as they are at theirs. So just another great South Georgia product. And the last time we get to see him right here.
We've got a pinch hitter up here for, or I guess a DH. Number
18 pitches left.
18 pitches left. He misses with a ball. The pitch. Swung and out back to the screen. He evens it up at a ball.
That
and a strike.
fastball is just as fast as it was in the first inning, if not faster. $17 pitches left to get 3 outs. And Kevin, I'm looking out in the BC bullpen, and I'm not seeing any activity. So I have to imagine one of the position players is going to come on.
This is strike 2. Nice gas on the inside, and finally got it. This is, what a great baseball name. Rip Perez.
Oh, man.
Batting for Marist.
Oh, man.
If your name is Rip and you play baseball. Oh, and he ripped one outdoor shortstop. Cam Edge there to scoop it up on the first out, number 1.
All right, and 1 out. You need 2 more outs. You got 15 pitches left to play with. Again, we really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We appreciate our sponsors, Granger Honda, the Chatham Sheriff's Office, and, of course, the Uniform Source for making tonight possible. Just a huge series, historic series between 2 amazing baseball programs.
Absolutely. And we're back at the top of the order here for Marist, so it's gut check time here for BC and Carter Holton. Champ Davis out. 14 pitches left to go here for Holton. The 1-0. Swung, check swing up the right-hand side. Oh, couldn't get there, just out of the reach of first baseman Tyler Hare. 13 pitches left to go here for Carter Holton.
And again, something you're taking extremely seriously if you're the baseball coaches for BC, because as you mentioned, had a team in the GHSA actually win their series, but ended up having to forfeit it because they had a pitcher go over that limit.
Yeah, you're trusting the big left-hander to get out of this.
For sure.
And get you another inning. The pitch, 1-1. High and tight. Ball 2. He's got 12 pitches left. Just a heck of an effort here by Colton.
Oh, another unbelievable performance.
The 2-1 inside, ball 3. Got away from the catcher, Cody Cowan. 3 balls and a strike here, 1 out. Bottom half of the 7th. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back. He's run it full. And Carter Holton battling here. Down to 10 pitches left here, so you really got to work. The stretch and the pitch. 3-2. Right down, pops it up.
Out the chimney.
Out towards first base. Second baseman going to call him off. George Mullen, he drops the ball. It kind of turned and couldn't come down with it. Now a runner on first with 1 out.
First baseman never had it. Second baseman never had it either. I guess the only thing you can say is the outfielder's got to come in and make that play. But, I mean, dang, it's in on the dirt.
Yeah, I looked down to mark the out. And so I don't think it was fair to say he dropped it.
No, he never looked comfortable. I don't think he ever actually put the glove on it. But luckily, the base runner wasn't running. He was trotting because he thought he was out too. He could have been standing on second base right now.
That's going to be an error. So,
again, straight at the chimney chute, just out over first base. And
no wind now this time of night.
You had all day. You had 3 guys in the area, right fielder, second baseman, and the first baseman, and nobody could just get a read on it.
So the winning run is on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
9 pitches
1
left.
out. Carter Holton on the mound. The pitch. Swung and missed. Got a piece that went back to the screen. I guess I said swung and missed, but
they tipped it a little bit.
He barely got it. You heard a little bit of a nick. Delayed reaction
might have
there.
been a sound barrier.
Pitches.
Again, if our count is correct, 8 pitches left.
The 0-1. Holton delivers. Swung on and missed.
Filthy.
High gas. Just blew it by him.
Filthy.
Andrew Manley, the center fielder, has played tremendous out in the field. Had a little problem catching up with that one. 0-2 the count. Snap throw back to first. Holton staring in. At Cowan behind the dish. He's ready. Deals.
Oh, man.
Oh, just missed high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
6 left.
Ball and 2 strikes here. 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him. And that's strikeout number 11, I believe, for Carter Holton. And that's probably going to be it. BC coaches are talking. Holton steps off the back. And Kevin Farmer taking the slow delayed walk.
And again, nobody warming up, so I have to imagine it's a position player.
Holton's back up on the mound.
He's got 5 pitches. Why not?
They're going to try to let him do it here. He's got 5 pitches left. He'll face Thomas Rollauer. Swung on, fouled back. And again, Rollauer's battled him as good as anybody we've seen
He's got
at the plate tonight.
4 pitches to get 2 strikes. Now, do you just position swap here?
My guess is he goes to first. You got to have his bat. He's up first.
You don't want to take his bat out of the lineup.
If you stretch it another inning, he's up first the top of next inning.
4 pitches left to get 2.
Ball and a strike. One ball and 1 strike. Holton delivers. Swung, fouled back. Swung and fouled back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Holton's got to adjust the jersey again. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th. Runner on first. Carter Holton running out of pitches here. He's got a 1-2 count on Thomas Rollauer. The stretch, the pitch, high and outside. Snap through for first. But Davis is back.
And
2
again,
balls and 2 strikes.
By our counts, I think he's got 1 left.
The 2-2 pitch. The stretch, the fire, runner goes, swung on, and it's going to go up the middle. Base hit to center field. They're going to put the runner at third, hold up anchor there, and runners at the corners. And unfortunately, I think that's going to do it for Carter Holton, just out of the reach of George Mullen, who had a diving attempt there at second base.
I just sent the fastball right back where it came from, up the middle. So runners on first and third. You got 2 outs, but a great 2-strike approach there, sending the pitch right back where it came from. But, Kevin, it looks like that's the last pitch we're going to see Carter Holton throw in a Benedictine uniform.
And let's see what the move is here. They're talking to the home plate umpire. A lot of coaches out on the field for BC. I don't know what Kevin Farmer is arguing here. He's in a discussion. And now he's got both coaches talking. So I'm not sure what this is all about here. The situation is there's 2 outs. Runner on first and third. And I'm not entirely sure what this discussion is. Again, they're not talking about taking, maybe are they checking with the official book to see what the pitch count is? And now Kevin Farmer is going to turn to the right and walk out towards the mound. And that's
Maybe.
And that's going to do it.
Yeah, once you cross that chalk, that's it.
For Carter Holton.
And number 5 coming on.
performance here for Carter Holton.
Well, unbelievable career, man. Again, one of the most dominant careers we've ever seen.
He takes the hat off.
And I think
getting a standing ovation there from Marist. Classy move by the War Eagle fans.
That's it, period. He's coming out of the game.
He's coming out of the ball game.
And he gets the standing ovation he deserves.
He's
and very emotional.
And if that's how you're going to go out on a run performance, that's still unbelievable.
We were talking to Chris Mooneyham about him.
11
10
strikeouts. Yeah,
he's a bulldog. He fights and claws. I mean, I guess he's a Commodore. He maybe doesn't want us to call him a bulldog, but he's going to fight and claw every single at bat. I mean, just unbelievable baseball player. It's been an honor to watch him play, and just a heck of a career wrapping up here. But hey, we get to see him hopefully tomorrow playing first base.
That's right. It may not be over. Looks like George Mullen, the second baseman, is going to come in, and that will move number 5, Brooks Glover, over to second base.
That's a beautiful thing about high school baseball, though. You watch a guy walk off the field final time as a pitcher, but hey, we'll see him tomorrow as a first baseman. If BC can close out this inning here and get some runs on the board.
George Mullen needs 1 out. And he will be facing Tyler Hare, the cleanup hitter who's had a heck of a ball game. Here tonight. So, season on the line.
Like you said, the 1 out. You're not worried about who's standing on first. You're not worried about who's standing on third. You just got to worry about the guy in the batter
box. They intentionally walked Hare to first base.
That's understandable.
I missed that part. That's what I guess the discussion was.
Very understandable there. He's been smoking the baseball in this series all year.
Yeah. So now to reset it, bases are loaded after the intentional pass to Tyler Hare. I wouldn't pitch to him in that situation either.
No, thank you.
And then now the left fielder, Gray Taylor, who's had 2 singles tonight and a walk. So he's been on base every time he's been out there tonight. And this is it. Can't walk him. Got to come to the plate.
Yeah, the Marist dugout is just buzzing right now. They're 90 feet away from a state championship. But this is where you can flip a series on its head. All of their emotions into this 1 inning right here. They think they're a single away from winning this thing, or a bad defensive throw away from you winning this thing. If you can get out of this, you talk about momentum.
Bases are chock full of Eagles here. And the big left fielder, Gray Taylor, is going to step in against George Mullen.
The biggest at bat of his life.
Nowhere to put him. Brooks Glover again out at second. After Mullen comes in from second to pitch. So here it is. Appreciate you being all here with us.
Kevin, say it with me, man. Bottom of the 7th,
Yep.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Yep. Good to have you along. Here's Mullen from the stretch. The pitch. Right there for a strike. Again, maybe a take to try to size him up. They've been seeing 90-mile-an-hour gas.
I was about to say, they've been having to catch up with.
Mullen doesn't
Carter
quite
Holden.
throw it that hard.
But located it really well.
Right there. The 0-1 by Mullen. He's bringing it. Swung on, and it's going to pop in. Base hit. That's the ball game. Marist wins it 2-1 on a base hit by Gray Taylor right back up the middle. Unbelievable season for BC. Will end at 33-6. What more can you say about this team and their effort in the championship game tonight? Your ace came out and did all he could do. Went the limit on pitches. A 1-run ball game against one of the other best teams in the state.
Right.
And you just came up a little bit short. Hugs all around there. A few tears and some obviously sad times there for the cadets. But what a heck of a season for the BC cadets. We're glad we could be a part of it. Quite frankly, you got to see one of the best to do it in this area. Carter Holton, long time. Come out pitch like the stud pitcher he is. BC gave him a fight. Hit balls hard in this second game. It just wasn't to be.
No, and again, just could never get the offense going. Again, you end the series without an RBI, and that's unfortunate. And just so much emotion out on the field right now. So many players who have given everything to this program, but also looking at next year, you do have a ton of talent coming back. This is a team that isn't going anywhere. But you mentioned the seniors on this team that have carried this team, a championship level team, and just the appreciation that I know this fan base has for him, that the rest of the team has for him. You start with Carter Holton, but I mean, this entire senior class has been unbelievable. Really looking forward to watching these guys in their next steps. I mean, we'll be watching him, hopefully not anywhere in the NL East except Atlanta one day, but man, heck of a performance this season. But when it came down to it, Marist just played unbelievable defense. And when you look at it, Kevin, pop outs that you didn't catch, right? It's just the little things when teams are so evenly matched. It is what it is.
Yeah, and that's tough. Tough play there in the last inning. And then, again, a solid stroke to center field to win it in the state championship. BC, nothing to hang there. It's about a fantastic season. Marist, again, it's 2-1 in the championship game.
Sure.
That's baseball, the way it goes sometimes. Again, appreciate the Uniform Source for being here with us tonight. Granger Honda on Chatham Parkway for joining us as well. Proud sponsor of Second Down.
Yeah.
With the Uniform Source, Granger Honda, proud sponsor of 3 and Out as well. And, of course, the Chatham Sheriff's Office for making this possible. And, again, our next up for those who are hanging with us here on the broadcast, we look forward to being the home for BC football coming up in the fall. I know Danny Britt and company are already out there with some spring work and doing those sorts of things. So we look forward to being with you there in August when the football season rolls around and you're home of the BC Cadets on the football field. So we appreciate you being here with us tonight. Christian Gokel, any final thoughts before we step aside?
No, just really appreciative to be able to watch 2 great baseball teams come out there. I want to give Marist a ton of credit, man. Just talk about fundamental baseball. There were no defensive mistakes from them. They clutch hitting when they needed it. Saw a bomb over the right field fence, but I mean, Benedictine, heck of a season. And man, now we're getting into it, man. Football season coming up, so looking forward to being on the call of all the Cadets games coming up this fall. Going to see some of the guys we saw here tonight. Cam Edge, Justin Thomas, going to be huge contributors to that football team. So really excited to see that coming up. But hey, nothing to hang your head out at. You come and played a beautiful facility in Coolray Field at the state championship series. Heck of a performance from the Cadets.
Certainly, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Your final totals: 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error for Benedictine, 2 runs on 8 hits and no errors for Marist here in game number 2. And Marist will be your 4A state champions. BC will be your state runners-up. For Christian Gokel, I'm Kevin Thomas. Thanks for being here with us from Coolray Field on ESPNCoastal.com.